What is up, YouTube? I'm Devon DaVinci, leader of the Renaissance crew, and you're watching DaVinci Reacts. Today we're going to be getting into another reaction by Tosh. This segment of his comedy special, People Pleasers, which I'm sure you can probably find on Netflix. I got to find out where you can watch this. But I got this from a channel called Tosh Topic. I think it's a category on YouTube that you can check out that has different videos from Tosh. This segment in particular is called Moss. Don't know what to expect because it can go any which way. I just recently did a video of his called from the same special, a segment called Black. Don't know why it was called that because it didn't really cover what I thought it was going to cover. So the names don't really give you a good idea of what to expect. But anyway, let's go ahead and check this out and see what it has to offer. I will have a link for the original video in the description box down below. So if you want to watch that without me possibly pausing over it, or if you want to watch it without me, without me, if you want to watch it by itself, or if you're a reactor and want to do a reaction to it, that's the link that you'll use. Now, if you want to watch more of Daniel Tosh's content, I will have a link over here. It'll be an icon that'll pop up. You click on it, it'll take you to his topics channel. You can watch all the content there, subscribe, like, all the other good stuff. That icon will pop up the last 30 seconds of this video. So if you're looking for it, that's where you can find it. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this and see what it has to offer. I'm looking forward to see what to expect from Daniel Tosh in this clip, because Daniel Tosh be bringing the funny and he be bringing the savagery. Let's go and do this.
Why do people make a big deal about last meals in prison? What do you want for your last meal? Oh, I don't know, kind of lost my appetite. Don't know if you heard, gonna be murdered tomorrow. You have to eat something. Make it a burrito. You're gonna clean some shit up. Yeah, now neither one of us are looking forward to tomorrow. I was watching one of those locked up shows. I saw a guy that was shanked 682 times. Now let's all agree that that's a lot.
Yeah, kind
Do
of.
you have any idea how long it would take to stab somebody 682 times? I did the math, don't rack your brain. At 2 stabs per second, which I believe is a doable rate.
That's about. Let me stop before that's taken out of context.
Still 5 minutes, 45 seconds-ish of stabbing someone. That's not even factoring in getting tired, having to switch to your non-dominant hand.
Again, don't clip that, anybody.
Here's the crazy part, he lived. Yeah, there's your upside for obesity, America. Should get back in line, hit that buffet one more time on the off chance you get stabbed 682 times. Walk it off.
Or you're on death row. All you can eat buffet as the last meal. Just don't stop
Off
eating.
Topic. If you've ever bragged about doing a half marathon, you can shut the fuck up forever.
I'm guessing everybody in the crowd knows somebody like that.
A half marathon? Ooh. I just finished reading half a book. Yeah, big thick one. Got to the middle, set it down. I'll never look at it again. I can bench press around 450 pounds 1/2 time. Just the down part. The point is, until you shit yourself and your nipples are bleeding at mile 26, you've accomplished nothing and no one wants to hear about it.
Damn.
Mexicans, you know who you are. You are not supposed to be here.
Damn.
I love Mexicans.
Where'd that come from?
I love Mexican food, but next time I'm in your restaurant, please don't come up to my table and ask if I would like to start with the house-made guacamole. You know good goddamn and well I want that guacamole. Let's just bring it out. I make that kind of money now. What's upsetting to me is when my entree comes with a free...
See, he's in California. Guacamole and avocados are a big thing in California. I've never been a fan of guacamole or avocado. Don't know how people like it. I mean, I'll eat guacamole every once in a while if I have like nachos or something, but I've never like had a craving for guacamole. For those guac fans out there, tell me what the appeal is, because for me it just, I don't know, I can't explain it. It's just not good.
Well, I want that guacamole. Let's just bring it out. I make that kind of money now. What's upsetting to me is when my entree comes with a free side of guacamole, staring me in the face, teaching me a costly lesson in patience. That's too much guacamole. What kind of Ponzi scheme are you Mexicans up to? This joke is stupid. I don't care. What happened in the last 10 years in this country where we've become so obsessed with guacamole? Is there gonna be guacamole there? Honey, get dressed. It's avocado season. This joke doesn't work in Canada because they've never heard of Mexicans. Canada has the greatest fence ever built. America. It is foolproof if you can afford it. Really easy to be the cool, open-minded hippie country when there's a Kevlar snuggie of America draped around your fat, frozen asses, daring the world to talk shit. We don't use our military. We know. We got you taken care of. Go back to bed. We'll wake you when the NHL playoffs start.
As much as people want to joke, we love our brothers and sisters in the North. Some of the most chill people you'll ever meet in the world.
By the way, has enough time passed in this country that we can openly and honestly talk about the great things Osama bin Laden did for us? And don't act like he didn't do anything good. How about the fact that we immediately know September is 9? That's not nothing. That's not nothing. Do you remember what we used to do? January, February, March, April, May, June, July. 9. Honey, it's 9. I use it for August. 9/11 minus 1. 8. How about the fact that every time you take your wife or your girlfriend to the airport, you no longer have to walk her all the way to the gate? Yeah. Maybe next time you do a drop-off, you give them a quick, "Thanks, Osama." Hope you're enjoying that good, young, tight stuff they hand out up there.
Oh, God.
Are we okay with
That's so damn dark.
I did that joke in Utah, and they laughed like that's the crazy religion. Those stupid Muslims. They only have one heaven.
Those damn Mormons.
3. I've never read their plates.
Yeah, only Joseph Smith could.
Some of you too young to remember.
You gotta take his word for it, though.
Drop-offs, but they were the worst. Your girlfriend's like, "Can you give me a ride to the airport?" And you're like, "Yeah, I'd love to," because there's never been a service invented that would take you to the airport. What time's your flight? 4:15 a.m. Perfect. No, I was gonna get up at 2 anyway, so that works out. No, you know me, 2 o'clock rolls around and my body's like, "Start your day, it's 2. Then you're
I'm usually still up.
Like, "You gonna come inside?" Yeah. Why wouldn't I? Parking there's so convenient. Besides, I like to start every day with a 2-mile stress-filled sprint walk. Oh, your flight's delayed an hour and a half? Perfect. I'll get a Cinnabon, get diabetes before you take off. Do you remember? Some guys wouldn't even leave after they boarded. They would just stand at a window waving at a machine backing up because they were so happy to finally be alone. Now what do you get to do thanks to Osama? Barely slow down and kick them to the curb. Yeah, I don't know about you, but I say that's worth a tower.
Oh.
Not 2. Not 2.
Not 2. Not 2.
Whoa. That was close. And now, rightfully so. I fucking thought he meant both of them. He didn't. He only meant one. He cleared it up. Which one? Does it matter? To my uncle.
Oh, damn. Oh.
There you go. Now everyone's offended.
That's a dark ass joke, man. Oh boy. Yeah, that's a dark one. To my uncle. Yeah. Yeah, to your uncle, that'd be a pretty significant choice. You know what's messed up? The 9/11 anniversary just passed, and I just reacted to this. It's kind of messed up. uh oh man, yeah. I hope. Well, whatever. It's all jokes. I'm about to say like I hope nobody's out there really saying things. So I would imagine nobody isn't. Well, some people are. Some people I'm willing to bet are out there somewhere in the world. But um, yeah, pre 9/11 America was very different. Now I was still relatively too young to think about like pre 9/11. I obviously wasn't getting on planes and stuff like that. I was 10 years old. No, I was 12. I was 12 years old when 9/11 happened. Um, I distinctly remember I was in 7th grade. So whatever the grade equivalent of 12, like whatever grade 12-year-olds are in your country, that's pretty much what I was in. And I remember I was in class. It was math class specifically. Um, they told everybody over the intercom to bring in TVs and turn it to a certain channel. I remember them announcing it over the intercom. The teacher brought in one of those giant dolly things with the TV on it. You know, like when you used to have TV day at school every once in a while where you watch a movie or something. We had like one of those sitting in the classroom. She pulled that in, put it in the front of the class, and turned to the channel. Uh, when she turned to the channel, the first plane had already hit, and the smoke was billowing out of the first tower, and we were watching it. I found it weird that the teacher or the principal or whatever told us to like at the time I was thinking it's weird that they like told us to turn to this event because at the time it just seemed like an accident. Like we didn't know exactly what happened. We just thought maybe somebody had flown into it. Like maybe it's like, oh well, somebody just flew into the plane. I mean, just flew into the tower. It was a pilot error accident. Um, so it didn't make any sense to like turn to the news and watch it because if it was just an accident, then it didn't make any sense to like watch it at that moment. Maybe the principal was in on it. But as we were watching, like we saw the second plane come in and hit it. And at that point we were like we knew what the hell was going on. And I remember the teacher like gasping and things and um I remember this is kind of messed up saying it at the time, but I remember when I was watching, I was like, it would be crazy if they like fell. Like I remember I said that like they just hit. I saw that like the way they hit, they were like sideways, so it like kind of got like the width of the building. So like the width of the building was like damaged, and because of how much space was like damaged in the crash, I was like, because they're only getting held on by like the very like the pillars on the very ends. I'm like, it'd be crazy if they fell. And then like no less than like 10 minutes after I said that, the first tower came down, and then later on the second tower came down. And at the time I was thinking also it was crazy how the towers like perfectly fell down. Like there was nothing left after they came down. And I was just thinking like, man, whoever did this, they must have calculated or something like those planes. Now I'm not some truth or anything like that. I'm not trying to enforce or make people think that I'm on their side when it comes to that stuff. I'm not. The furthest I go is I think that the government knew a little bit more about um, what was going to happen. But outside of that, I'm not one of these people that sit here and steel beams don't melt it, da 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 da. Because the truth of the matter is the steel doesn't have to melt. It just has to be pliable enough to bend. That's all it takes. Um, I think that too many people put too much credit in those conspiracy theories. When it comes to conspiracy theories in general, I think it's more so a case of people wanting to be the the only one in the room in the know. Like because the story that was told was the main idea for what happened, and being outside of that makes you feel like you are in some special club where you know the truth and everybody else is just these sheep that are lost in this story, whereas you are outside of that and you can look at everybody else and go, no, I know the real facts. I think that's why conspiracy theories tend to flourish so much, because it gives people this false idea that they are more knowledgeable than the person next to them. But yeah, when it comes to like that day, I remember after it happened, they announced in the intercom that if kids wanted to go home, if they had somebody that could pick them up, they could have them come and get them and bring them home. Naturally, my parents didn't come pick me up. I stayed at school the entire day. But it did have an eerie feeling, because the whole time you're at school, you're like, you don't know exactly what's going on. The country is under attack. Someone is obviously doing something. You don't know where the next ones might happen. Where I lived, there's a very relatively important military base near my in my town, not town, in my city. So there was a idea that that could be a potential target location because of how big the military base was. So we didn't really know what to expect the entire time. You're thinking what could happen, who was involved, anything like that. Like, was there anybody that you knew that knew somebody that was caught up in the event? So it was a very unsure time, that like the rest of that day. You didn't know what to expect. Um, but yeah, it was just a very interesting day all in general. Like, it was just eerie that day for me. It was very eerie. But let me know what you all think about this video. Now, it's kind of funny. I went into this serious ass talk after a comedy special. That's normally what I do. I'll usually take a subject into comedy reaction and I'll try to turn it into something more. I'll try to have some type of deeper conversation about the subject matter in it. It doesn't mean that I'm offended or anything like that, because sometimes whenever I do that, sometimes people think that I'm offended. Like that Joe Coy reaction I did, where he was talking about a joke with his mom and his friend who was a black person, and his mom pretty much trying to make the friend feel at home. So she kind of like, only thing she had really to rely on was kind of like some stereotypes. And in the video, like later on, I discussed like where certain stereotypes come from, how they could have possibly started, and what impact stereotypes tend to have. But some people watch that and they assume that I was like attacking Joe Coy as if he was offending me or something like that. And you guys know me, I have no problem with offensive jokes. None whatsoever. So it was interesting to me to see people take that video and try to turn it into something more. But yeah, whenever I do comedy reactions, usually I like to have a more serious discussion about some of the subject that's in it, not attacking the routine, but just a springboard. Like they talked about this. Interestingly enough, they talked about that because this is also something that happened because of this, and this is the story behind that. But yeah, let me know what you all think. Let me know what your experiences during the 9/11 attacks. Even if you're not American, what did your country like? What was the news in your country related to that event, and what was the general feeling? Because it would be interesting to see what people have to say about it. So I look forward to seeing what you have to say in the comment section down below. I'm Devon DaVinci. Hopefully you've been enlightened. I will see you guys on a future video. And until then, I'm giving you the deuces and I'm signing out. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and share if you haven't. Especially the like button if you did enjoy this reaction, because it helps with the channel as far as the algorithm and getting videos recommended to more people. It helps the community grow and expand. And that's always something I look forward to. Get more stories in the comment sections. Get more people signed up to the Discord, which as of right now is for Patreon, but it will be released for general in a few weeks. But until then, I'm giving you the deuces and I'm signing out. Peace.